Nancy Gathungu has flagged irregular transactions worth 11 billion shillings, warning that the system exposed public funds to fraud, misappropriation and revenue leakages. Members of the National Assembly's Public Accounts Committee are now demanding an immediate shutdown of the platform, terming it a, quote, crime scene of monumental proportions. Emmanuel Toh was in Parliament and filed this report.
A special audit of the government's digital payments platform eCitizen has lifted the lid on alleged rot in its operations, exposing irregular and unexplained transactions that could cost taxpayers about 11 billion shillings. Shadow individuals linked to the platform are at the center of the controversy.
Chair, I'm Deputy Auditor General.
Yes.
The damning report tabled before the National Assembly's Public Accounts Committee Tuesday reveals that 7 billion shillings is being held improperly in collection and settlement accounts of service providers. The Auditor General warns that the service providers could be utilizing the funds at the expense of government service delivery. Another 2.5 billion shillings from the eCitizen platform was also unaccounted for. The report stating that unaccounted receipts were due to partial payments, erroneous payments and duplicate payments. This now revealing a lack of revenue traceability and accountability, which could lead to misappropriation and fraud. Most baffling, however, was the unauthorized transfer of 127 million shillings from the 222 paybill account to private individuals in a single day. Audit documents reveal that 4 such transactions were executed on January 25, 2024.
For the 2 private entities that had been paid 127 million was under Wandabo Associates Limited 63 million and Gold Rock Capital Limited also 63. The money was in exact equal.
Let's be sincere as Kenyans. This eCitizen is not supposed to be operational. From these findings of this audit report, that's the truth.
eCitizen platform is a scam. Chair, you've been able to read that there is no legal framework.
A quick company search revealed that Wandabo and Associate Limited, one of the firms that benefited, has only one registered shareholder. However, attempts to trace the ownership of Gold Rock Capital returned no results. The audit also flagged an overcollection of 1.8 billion shillings from the public, blaming it on failure to apply the prorated percentage charge on payments. Instead, a flat fee of 50 shillings per transaction was used, actively inflating the cost of government goods and services.
The whole thing is a crime scene. I don't even know where to start. I am actually, I don't know. I'm stressed.
We are staring at a monumental scandal. Or monster.
The report further revealed that despite government claims of full ownership and control, the platform is still operated by Webmasters Limited, raising concerns over the security and misuse of public data. Questions have also emerged on why management of the system is split across 3 ministries instead of being domiciled under one. The Public Accounts Committee of the National Assembly has now invited all the 3 cabinet secretaries with interactions with the eCitizen platform, including the CS for Treasury John Mbadi, the CS for Interior Kipchumba Murkomen, and the CS for ICT William Kabogo, to shed light on the alleged dark operations of the
Tonight, what was meant to be a parliamentary group meeting between allied parties in government, UDA and ODM, degenerated into a session where MPs were taken to task of accusations of rampant corruption in parliament. President William Ruto read a riot act to MPs accusing them of turning parliament into a den of corruption, citing an alleged extortion case. The president claiming some 150 million shillings was paid to senators as inducement to save governors from impeachment. Citizen TV's Seth Olale has the details.
Flanked by his deputy Kithure Kindiki and ODM leader Raila Odinga, President William Ruto arrived to the joint parliamentary group meeting of UDA and ODM parties and took it straight from where he left it in Homa Bay last week.
The reality, friends, the reality is that there is a problem. And we all know here, tukitaka tu kusema ukweli, there is a problem.
Shooting from the hip, President Ruto shaved claws in his latest tongue-lashing of Houses of Parliament.
There are people who are destroying the credibility of Parliament. And they are collecting money in the name of Parliament.
Invoking law intelligence, President Ruto went for the Senate, accusing the House of extorting money from governors during impeachment proceedings.
The latest Sokohuru in the Senate. Where does somebody find 150 million? Where? Is that his money? That is money that belongs to the county. Is that correct or not correct? Yes.
This year alone, the three governors who have appeared in the Senate for impeachment hearings are Kericho Governor Dr. Eric Mutai, Meru's Kawira Mwangaza, who did not survive a ouster, and Isiolo Governor Abdi Guyo. President Ruto turned to the National Assembly.
Let me ask you, members of Parliament who are seated here. Do you, for example, know, do you, for example, know that a few members of your committee collected 10 million shillings so that you could pass that law on anti-money laundering? Did you get the money?
As the president spoke, MPs in the background demanded names of corruption suspects.
We are not going to shame them. We are going to arrest them. Yes.
In the tense session, MPs attempted to defend Parliament as more claims followed that some committees, apart from their elected chairpersons and vice chairperson, have an ex-officio member who chairs an informal welfare committee.
I thought you were saying people should reduce lobby. But you know, the people who are lobbying are from outside Parliament. They are not inside. They come here, they hover around the corridors of Parliament. It's an internationally accepted standard of parliamentary work, Your Excellency. Lobbying. This other one you have talked about is alien to us. I have never seen that one.
But lobbying is a different thing from extortion. From extortion. But you have a member, every committee has got a member who is how do you call him? Welfare bungi. Is giving a very, very image of Parliament.
For the second time in as many weeks, President Ruto has lashed out at corruption in the Houses of Parliament. And for the second time, the high-voltage claims fell short of expected details as the president declined to name his suspects. Seth Olale, Citizen TV.